Hello everyone. It's the beginning of the riding season 2020 and we need to do general maintenance. So this is my 2003 ZX636 and we're going to be doing an oil change, coolant flush and replacement, and we're going to replace the brake lines and brake fluid. I will likely break this up into 3 videos so you can watch what's pertinent to you. And the first thing we're going to have to do is take the fairings off. So since I'm doing coolant flush as well, I'm also going to remove the tank. Depending on what you're doing, you may or may not have to go that far. But I am going to assume you know how to take your fairings off, so let's get at it. Okay, so now that we've made our way to the ground, the first thing you're going to want to do is locate the engine oil pan, which is the bottommost portion of the engine. And at the lowest point of the oil pan will rest your drain plug. And the first thing you want to do is remove this and let it drain for some time, and then follow that by removing the oil filter. You can see that it has completely stopped dripping, so we are completely drained of oil. Now the next thing you're going to need is a good oil to swap to. And this is something that a lot of people make a big stink over, but I like to keep it simple. I just have a Kawasaki SE 10W40. If you go to any auto parts store and get a semi-synthetic or full synthetic motorcycle oil in 10W40, that's going to work just fine. So it's really just personal preference. But I buy this because that's what I've always ran my Kawasaki here. And I order from Revzilla and it's the same price as anything else, so that's what I use. And then oil filter. I have a high flow Filtro, and these are kind of nice because they have a I don't know if you can see it, they have a hex on the top you can put a socket on, so it makes for really easy install and removal. And it also has a hole drilled through it, and that makes it easy to wire for race prep. So the only thing you're going to want to do is put your little dab of oil around this seal, screw this dude back on, put the clamp on, reinstall your drain plug, and then we'll have to put the engine oil in, and I'll show you that process. Our drain plug in and our oil filter on, we're going to have to put our engine oil in. So on the right hand side of the bike, this guy hanging out on the crankcase cover is your fill plug. And the thing about the fill plug is after many heat cycles, those things are stuck on there. So instead of like gripping this thing with like a set of pliers or something and marring that up real bad, what I like to do is put a rag around it, maybe fold it over a couple of times to get some good protection, and just kind of wrap it on there and get a small pair of channel locks and get you a grip on that guy and just break her loose just like that. So now it'll be easy to go ahead and crank off. Oh, I lost my O-ring. Make sure you keep track of this guy. This is what's going to give you your seal around your plug. So make sure you keep track of that. I just about lost it right there. Anyway, you're going to just dump your oil into the crankcase cover right here, and you should consult your user manual for how much oil to use, and oftentimes volume will be written on the side of the engine. It actually is in this case right here, and there's actually instruction for if you're putting a filter on or not, if it's completely empty, or not as well. But I have to put in 3.6 liter, so or 3600 cc. So that's what we'll do. What you have left to do is to discard your oil, and what you would do is put that back into the containers that your new oil came out of and take it back to your auto parts store, and they should be able to take care of it for you. After that, just put your fairings back on and this job is done. We'll catch you in the next one.